Hello everybody, Luke Oberly here. I'm just going to show you guys today how to replace an electrical outlet. You can do this for a number of different reasons. You know, if you're remodeling your house and want to update your electric, or if you don't feel like paying for an electrician to do some of your work. Very good reasons why you can do some of this stuff yourself and you can do it safely. The materials and equipment required would be either an impact gun or a screwdriver, your new faceplate for your outlet, your new outlet, a wire cutter and stripper, and then also a voltage tester. And I also have a knee pad that I'm sitting on. And in terms of hazards or warnings or anything like that, I've de-energized this outlet for my circuit breaker. And I've already tested the outlet, and had this been energized, it would be beeping on me right now. It's not, so I know it's de-energized. If you needed to work it energized, you would want either leather gloves or Class O gloves, but I would encourage anybody to not do it energized if at all possible. So that was the first two steps, was de-energizing from the circuit breaker, double checking with your voltage tester. So you can set that aside now. Next, we're going to take off this faceplate and expose the outlet. And this takes just a flathead screwdriver. All right, your new outlet will have its own screw, so you don't necessarily need to save that if you don't want to. Then next, you're going to want to take off the screws that hold the outlet into the box. All right. I'm just exposing the box, or the outlet, pulling it out. Once I get these wires pulled out a little bit more, before I start touching anything again, I'm just going to double check all the leads on here and make sure I'm good. The next thing you're going to want to do is take a look at the wires, see where they're attached on the old outlet. Make sure you have a ground, and it looks like the ground on this one is attached to the metal box, which is common back in the 60s when this house was built, which is okay, but typically you're going to want to detach that and attach it to the green screw on the new outlet. So next thing you're going to want to do is remove the screws from the wires on both sides of the outlet. Sometimes my kids' toys go off randomly, so sorry for that audio. All right.
Can you next the block?
The next thing we're going to want to do is, so I had two wires on the right side, two black wires on the right side, two wires on the left side, and then like I said, my my neutral is attached to the metal box itself by a screw. So I'm just going to pull that screw out of there. And then just pry this bare copper wire, which we will attach to the outlet here in a minute. Alright, so next what you're going to want to do is loosen the screws on the new outlet, just to give you some room to attach the wires that we just pulled out of the old outlet. Alright, so next you're just going to take these wires, they're shaped in a kind of a U-form on the very end. A lot of times what you would normally find is maybe there's too much wire or there isn't enough wire exposed. So normally I would strip back a little bit further. Or if you're running brand new wire, you'd strip it down, curl the ends so that they wrap around the screws on the outlet. But these are fine. There's nothing really that I have to do with it. So I'm probably not going to use my wire stripper as much as I thought I was going to. And then you'll want the loops. So when you tighten a screw, you tighten it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So as you're tightening the screw, you're gonna want the bend of the wire to basically be in the direction that you're screwing. So clockwise, basically. You want it to go clockwise around the screw. First wire landed. We're going to land our second black wire on the second screw on the bottom of the outlet. All right, so we got the right side done. This is what it looks like. We'll just do the same thing here for the white wires on the other side. So since we were doing that on the right side before, and the screws, if you think about it, you turn them right, that's clockwise. So the loops kind of went upward on the right side. So on the left side, it's going to be backwards. They're going to be looped downwards. All right, now we're going to land the fourth wire. Second white wire, but fourth wire total. All right. Now for our ground, there's a little green screw at the bottom of the outlet. It's different from the other screws. The other screws on the outlet are going to be either silver or brass, depending on what brand you get. But the green screw is going to be the one for your ground. There we go. So this is the ground, and there's the green screw. So I did have to use my wire cutter a little bit there to fit it in, since that wasn't preformed for me from the previous. All right. So when we take a look at the wires, they are tight under the screws on both sides. You know, if they're loose or exposed more, I'd be concerned and want to redo it, but we are good. So now what you're going to want to do is just shove your new outlet back into the outlet box here. And your new outlet will have screws already in them, and they will fit the box that was on here before. Or they will fit the box that the old outlet was on before. So you'll just want to line that up with the holes. Tighten it down. Right now the outlet's got a little bit of an angle to it, so I'm just gonna go behind it here, play around with it so it's a little bit more level to the wall. Tighten it down a little bit more. All right, that looks pretty flush at the wall now. I could go further, but that would just bend the middle part of the outlet a little bit, and it'll make the new faceplate sit a little wonky, but we are good to go there. So next step is we're just gonna put our faceplate on. There's just one screw in the middle. That fits right in the middle of the outlet itself. Alright, you have yourself a replaced outlet. So if you're doing this at home, congratulations. Your work is done at this point in terms of replacing the outlet. The last step you're going to want to do is make sure you go back to your circuit breaker and turn that back on. That is the conclusion of this video. Thank you, everybody.